Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Whether you're just starting out or scaling up, this is your space to connect, learn, and grow alongside a community of trailblazing women who, just like you, they are making their mark in the world of business. From personal branding to powerhouse marketing, from leadership to lifestyle tips, we've got you covered. So get ready to ignite your passion, fuel your purpose, and unlock your potential with Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. Let's make this journey together and turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality. And welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest has a heart for helping children thrive. A clinical psychologist with nearly 2 decades in private practice, she's seen firsthand how barriers that are put up for families, everything they face when seeking mental health support for their children. Julie's big idea, Therabear, is a cozy, light-weighted, multi-sensory comfort buddy that teaches calming, self-soothing skills with a squeeze of its heart. Help me welcome the incredible Dr. Julie Pelletier. Did I say your name right?
You did. You got it. Hello. You're perfect.
Great. So, okay, I see the Therabear with you right now.
Yes.
Can you mind telling us a little bit more about the Therabear and what the Therabear actually does?
Yes, I would love to. So Therabear, as you said, is multi-sensory. This is the first of, there's going to be many of them, but this is the first one. Different textures and materials in different parts of its body. It's lightly weighted on the bottom, so that's helpful positive sensory input for kiddos. And then underneath the arm, there's a little hidden zipper. And inside that zipper, there's a heart that has a couple minutes of like self-soothing, calming therapy steps. When the child squeezes the bear, the therapy steps start. When you squeeze it again, they'll stop if you don't want to go through the whole thing, but it runs on 2 AA batteries that are easy to replace. And I'm hoping at some point to develop other hearts that have different kinds of steps and different kinds of skills, some positive affirmations, some help for sleep, things like that, that the parent can sort of interchange as needed. So yes, so this is Therabear, and this is his little travel companion that I just started selling. I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or something. So this is Travel Buddy, and he is made of all the same materials, just much smaller and no noise. And he's got a little clip so that you can clip him onto a backpack and take him along if you want the sensory input, or just to have a comforting friend along with you wherever you go.
So okay, so the bear, how big is the bear? Because it doesn't look tiny, it looks pretty robust.
Yep, so the bear's about 18 inches. It's a good size. I did actually a lot of research on size for children of different ages. This can be used by anybody 3 and up, pretty much. So like preschool age up all the way to high school. And so I was trying to find something that would be a good like holding size. So lots of research in that as well. And this seemed to be like the right size, a good weight. So yeah, trying to check as many boxes as I could with this one product.
Wow. So what about you and this bear? I mean, it seems like do you use the Therabear in your private practice as well?
I do sometimes. Yeah, and it seems to work well being able to use it in that kind of a setting, in school settings, in classroom settings. I've been getting some pretty positive feedback from teachers who are using it as well. Sometimes just with one child, like the therapy setting would be, but sometimes with classrooms, as it's sort of built into the classroom agenda each day. So yeah, they can, it's good for them to be able to hear the skills repeatedly. They can sort of internalize those skills and then call upon them whenever they need in any kind of setting. So.
And so what type of things does the bear say, if you don't mind?
Yeah, no, I'd love to tell you. So throughout the entire 2-ish minutes, there's a lot of positive reinforcement. So we go through steps, deep breathing kind of exercises. Therabear does the deep breathing with the child, and then says, good job, counts to 10, and then tells them good job and how amazing they are. And then some visualization, trying to help them sort of refocus and feel a little bit more calm. At the end, it tells them good job for calming themselves down. And yeah, then they can start it all over again. Same for children, that sameness is important. That seems to be something else, like those friends that are on the autism spectrum, having the same words said the same way and in the same, manner, the same prosody, seems to be helpful. So
what inspired you really to create the Therabear?
So I was working at a different private practice office at that point in time, and I had just moved to that from a residential facility that I was working at. And I was thinking about the kiddos that I had worked with and thinking, there has to be a way to reach more kids, not in an office setting, not in a residential setting. How can we, do something that is intervention, which this could do, or prevention before we even have the need to intervene in any way. So I tried to think, most comforting thing for people, for kids, and a bear came to my mind. And so then I had a billion different thoughts about what to do with it. It took a very long time to come up with this. But yeah, it's been available for about 2 years, I think. I think we're coming around on 2 years now. So,
and where is it available at?
It is available on Amazon. And then I also have a website, therabear.net, that I sell it on.
Wow. So you used to be a clinical psychiatrist. How does it feel becoming a female entrepreneur?
It feels wonderful. A lot of emotion, scary, doing a lot of new things that I was never taught how to do. So I'm doing a lot of learning as you go kind of stuff, and learning a lot about myself through all of it. So that's been good. It has really helped me learn how to look at things as opportunities instead of challenges, and has helped me grow a lot in that way.
And what about your family dynamics? Do you have children? And how are you running? You have a clinic, you have a private practice,
Mm-hmm.
You run a business with the Therabear, and you have children. How are you dealing with all the demands of everything?
Yeah. Carefully. As any other probably female entrepreneur in the same situation would say. Family is first for me, no matter what. We have 2 kids, 3 kids who are athletes. 2 of them are in college right now. 1 is in high school. And then my youngest has some added needs. So different things for each of them, different requirements, but family first, and than what I'm doing for my normal day job. And then any extra time goes to this guy. So not a lot of downtime, not a lot of relaxing right now. But it's so, I get emotional when I talk about it. Anytime I hear anything, even if it's one thing about one child, that has been sort of my own personal mantra, my own personal motto for this since I started it, one child at a time. And if it makes a difference for one child, that is what I'm working so hard for. So yeah, I'm going to keep working until I can't work anymore.
Your children, what type of sports do they play?
My high school daughter is a volleyball player, and my two in college are boys, and they're baseball players. So,
what position do they play?
Catcher and pitcher.
Wow, that's a dynamic duo. What's their age difference?
It is.
What's their age difference?
Say it one more time. I didn't hear you.
What is their age difference?
Their age difference. Yeah. So the first three were born within less than 3 years of each other. So my house was very, very busy, and we supported diaper companies very well for a while. And then my youngest is for almost 5 years younger than my daughter, who's in high school. So he's 12 right now. Yeah. So lots of experiences with.
The older two are how old? What's their age difference?
Their age difference is 17 months.
17 months.
Yep. And then the next two were 17 months as well.
Well, see, my brain's going to they could be drafted together. I want to be the catcher and the catcher. That's where my brain's going.
That'd be nice.
I actually have a nephew who is a professional baseball player.
Really?
Yeah, for the Astros.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That's really exciting. I mean, you talk about dreams, like that's been a dream since both of them were 6, I think. So one can only hope.
And that was his too. So yeah, it's just a ongoing battle from my understanding. I mean, I wasn't in the experience, but watching it from, a distance as the aunt has been pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's so much work, so much dedication. Grit is a word that all of us in our house use frequently. Gotta have grit. Keep on pushing.
It is. And I mean, mom's a psychologist. I mean, I hate to say this, every sports, anything with sports has to deal with the mindset.
Absolutely. And baseball, volleyball too for my daughter, but baseball is a huge mental game. Yep.
It is. And it's also a mental game in what we do too.
Sure. Absolutely.
And that's what people don't realize. Playing sports and being a female entrepreneur and dance, anything like that comes into play with all we do, because it's that team sport, building, negotiations, on and on and on.
Yes, you are so right. Everything is a life lesson, life skill. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So what advice? So you've been in business now for about 2 years, correct? Or a little bit longer?
Okay. Yeah. I've been selling for about 2 years. I would say 2 years is a good, because it's been like 17 since I started working on it. There was a lot of times I put it away, and I think when I was a little, maybe not as seasoned, I let the negativity and I let that impact me a little bit more than I maybe should have. But I also feel like at this point, everything that I have learned along the way, it's all for a reason. It's all in the right timing of the plan. And so, but I would say probably 2 years is a good number.
Negativity from other people, getting turned down. What are you talking about there? Yeah.
Yep. Lots of, so the very first experience I had with some negativity was trying to hire somebody to help me research if there was a need for something like this, if there was anything else like it, looking up patents and things like that. And there was nothing that they were able to find, this company that did it. But they said it's just not a good idea. You won't make money on it. There's not enough need. And so I thought, well, you just obviously don't understand mental health, because there is a need. But then I kept going forward a little bit and just seemed like doors closing. And so I thought, I'm just going to give it a little break. And then in 2020, when the pandemic hit, I'm like, I got to go. We got to move. So I have not stopped since I made that decision in April of 2020, and we've been forward focused ever since. So
yeah. So, with all the struggles and everything, what advice would you give to somebody who's either in the middle of a struggle, trying to get started, and just keep facing those roadblocks? What advice would you have for somebody who's dealing with that right now?
Yeah. So my one piece of advice is read things that people who are doing what you want to do have done, and they're talking about it positively. I have been really trying to read books. I'm not a huge fan of social media, but I pick what I think is helpful on social media. And I try to follow those people and listen to what they have to say. And it has really helped me myself learn how to make anything that's a challenge or a difficulty, turn it into an opportunity. So I think that's probably what I would say is, if you feel it in your gut that this is the right thing, you have a calling, if you, the thought, like my thing was, the thought just wouldn't go away. I tried to stop and it just kept coming back. And so I finally understood that I was being called to do something. And every time I talk about it, I get goosebumps. But it's like I'm being called to do it to try to help somebody. And saying no to that, I could not imagine not helping a kid if I could help a kid. So, yeah. So if it's in your gut and you feel like there's a reason that you have this idea or you want to do this, don't let anybody stop you. You gotta cheer yourself on sometimes and be your own biggest fan and your own biggest supporter. And there's going to be, something that I have read and learned from other people. There are going to be tough times. Like there are going to be down days. There's going to be times when you just don't feel like you can do it that day or that hour or whatever. And that's okay. But keep pushing yourself, have that grit.
Your family motto. I love it.
Yes. That is a word we use a lot here.
All right. Knowing what you've learned so far in business, all right, what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self?
I would say stay focused on your dreams. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase that, because that's sort of what I just said, but don't let anybody talk you out of it. And anything that happens, know that it's happening the way that it's supposed to happen. Like I said, I feel like everything that I have experienced up until now, I have experienced for a reason. And it has, things haven't been easy getting to the point that I have gotten to, but I think just knowing, at 18, if you have this desire, if you have this dream, follow it.
It might take a while, but it will happen.
Absolutely.
So what is one key maybe strategy that you've maybe learned or that helped you grow your business? more than you thought it would have?
Mm. Um, well, just recently, I started working with a mentorship group, which has been very helpful. I think sometimes when you're doing, at least this is my experience, maybe I shouldn't speak for anybody else, but as a solopreneur, you are sort of alone. and and when you're getting started and you're just trying to teach yourself everything, it can be a bit overwhelming. So yeah, that's something that I am finding is really helpful. The group of people that I'm working with are fantastic, and the mentors that I'm working with are really helpful. And it's just, you know, that other people are in your shoes or have been in your shoes. But it's nice to see people who have been in your shoes, who are, you know, being successful and are overcoming obstacles and things like that. So yeah.
That's awesome. So if you had one superpower for 24 hours and you
Oh.
could pick it, what would it be?
Invisibility.
And
I
what
would,
would you do?
I would like to be the fly on the wall sometimes. When I can't be with my kids where they are, so that I could just sort of be watching what's going on, and, you know, how was practice today, or how was class today, because you sort of get good or fine. So,
Especially the college student trying to
yeah,
boys in college. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Good.
yeah,
Fine. Okay.
yeah, yes, the one word answers.
I like being invisible. All right. What is one fact about you that maybe not a lot of people know about you
Mm.
that you're willing to share, obviously?
Yes, yes. Um, Probably my love for the beach.
Oh.
Yes, I love the beach. I actually, when we were at the beach over the summer, we have a beach that's sort of close to us, but it's a lake beach, and the ocean is sort of my zen kind of place. So I went and took some videos and some pictures and stuff of the bear on the beach, and that was calming. That was nice. So
That's gonna be so cute. Oh my
yes,
God.
yes, yes. Yeah,
Did
the
you have,
beach is the beach is a cozy place for me.
did you have the bear in the lawn chair calm?
I did. And it was actually, I was just doing it so that I could make some posts, and some people started coming up and asking me about it. And I didn't, that's definitely wasn't what I was doing it for. But yeah, it helped get the word out at the beach.
Yeah, don't you find that when you know what, did you bring him around with you on a regular basis? You would think that you should.
Yes, I have sometimes, and I have some Therabear shirts that I wear, and I've got like car decals that I make everybody in my family drive around with, so that it can sort of spark some. And it's funny because I am the most not salesperson that you would ever meet. I'm just not good, and I think it's just sort of sometimes like, what if there's somebody who could actually like super benefit, if there's a child or a parent who is working with a child, or a classroom, and somebody sees it and they're like, oh my gosh, that's wonderful, I would love to use that. And so I sort of have had to switch my mindset in that regard a little bit, that I don't have to worry about being a salesperson. It's just, you sort of you just open up, open yourself to the universe, and see what happens. See who you come in contact with. So
So
yes, he has taken field trips with me before.
I mean, I could actually see him at the grocery store
Yes,
in the I really can.
yes, yes. He has gone to the grocery store. He's gone on probably 4 trips with us so far. So yeah, and I'm working on So I've got like 3 more that are going to be coming out, different textures, different colors. Hopefully those are going to be launched right after the new year. And then I'm also working on a backpack so that he can sit in the backpack and go along with the kiddo. Yeah, so that's in development right now too. So hopefully that will be
cute. Cute.
Yeah.
And so let's go back to the sales as well. So
Okay.
the sales perspective, like I have always had this philosophy who the best salespeople are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually your teachers. Because if somebody can teach you about something
Mm-hmm.
and they're just given why it's important
Mm-hmm.
and how to experience it. And that's it. So
Yeah.
those are your best teachers.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah. So I don't think a salesperson is really a salesperson going out there selling all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just explaining what it can, how the benefits are for having like
Mm-hmm.
the Therabear or whatever product it is.
Right. Right. Yep. I think you're absolutely right. And that's another thing, without having any background in anything like that. I had to have a mind shift, and I learned that from other people who had been in this kind of a position before. So yeah, good to keep your ears open and listen to people who have experience and and read a lot of things that you can learn from.
Yeah.
As
Talking
you're
about
trying to
reading,
finish.
what is your favorite book?
Well, my favorite book is the Bible, because I feel like every thing that you might need an answer for, you can find there. Other books that I have read that have been very meaningful to me are Winning by Tim Grover and Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein. Yeah,
Wow.
those were very, both of them very powerful in different ways for me.
That's really good. I like that. What
Yeah.
about a song? Do you have a favorite song that gets you moving or a few?
Yes. The Don't Quit Your Daydream by Lily, and I think her last name's pronounced Miola. I listen to that frequently. It's something that I put on when I'm driving back and forth to and from work every week. Yeah, it's a fantastic song, and she's a beautiful singer.
Is there another song?
I don't know. I've got a lot of favorite songs. That one's my
Go-to.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Some of them, actually, I have a couple other ones that are by Eminem that I really, they're sort of like my pump you up kind of things. Lose Yourself is the one that I listen to the most.
I like that.
Yeah.
That.
Sort of two very different things, but
Well, I'm the same way. I'm very eclectic from every which way. Oh, I get it.
Yep. They sort of do different things for me. So depending on the mood I need to get myself going in.
What about a quote? Do you have a favorite quote?
Yes, I have a couple favorite quotes. Do Small Things with Great Love by Mother Teresa. And then, to use my word grit again, the greatest predictor of success is grit by Angela Lee Duckworth. She's a good person to listen to. I've listened to her many times, and she's super inspiring. And sometimes when you just need somebody to say, you need to have perseverance if you want to be successful. Yeah, I go to her.
And how do you stay motivated? And you have a very busy life. And how do you stay motivated and keep yourself going?
Mm-hmm. Every morning, I have a routine that I start with a little bit of prayer and meditation and gratitude. So I have sort of a phrase that I say every morning, and then I go through all of my thank yous. Thank you for all the different things that motivates me throughout the day. Sometimes I do that throughout my day when I feel like I need to stay motivated, and then I do it again at night, asking for another opportunity to be able to do it again tomorrow. So, yeah.
And what is the best way for our audience to connect with you and to get that? I know you told us earlier, and also to get this fabulous Therabear.
Yeah. So Therabear.net is the website. And I'm actually doing a big Black Friday sale on it right now for a combination of both of the little guys. And then let's see, I'm on Instagram at Therabear 2022, and I'm on Facebook, just Therabear on Facebook. And I try very hard to keep up with responding to things on the platforms. I'm still learning because I'm not real savvy. Not real savvy with all the technology and all the social media stuff, but I am learning, and I do try very hard to respond when people try to contact me or comment.
So is there anything else you'd like to share with any of the female entrepreneurs that are listening today?
Just have faith in yourself. It's so nice to be able to talk with you about this. This has really been able to give me opportunity to think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And every once in a while, I think you have to stop and think about your why. And so that, I guess, would be my advice. Just think about your why. If you feel called, think about why you're doing it, and just sort of replay it over and over, because you need to. Because sometimes you're ready to say, you're right, it isn't a good idea, or you're right, there probably wouldn't be a need for it, or listen to the naysayers or the negativity, and you just have to find a couple people who are right there with you, who boost you up when you need it, and just fill your life with as much positivity as you can. Try to keep going forward and staying positive.
Julie, oh my God, it's been fabulous having you. You're truly amazing. And we want to thank you for being on with us today.
I cannot even tell you how much I appreciate it. It has been so nice to be able to talk with you.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.